Thank you, Lord Mayor. For more than 20 years, the winter fuel allowance has been a lifeline for pensioners across this country. During world events like the pandemic and Putin's illegal invasion of Ukraine, pensioners knew they could rely on the winter fuel payments to help get them through. In Coventry, the benefit is claimed by more than 45,000 people. But in less than a month, Labour has callously taken this away at the stroke of a pen, without debate, without a vote. Across the country, more than 10 million people will lose this benefit. 10 million. And as many as 2 million of those could be plunged into fuel poverty. Many of them will be forced to decide whether to heat their homes or put food on the table. The consequences of this policy are not abstract. They're very real, and they are happening right here in Coventry. The pensioners affected by this are not statistics. They're our neighbours. They're our friends, our partners, our grandparents. They are the beating heart of this nation. They are the generation that sacrificed so much to give us life, that fed us, nurtured us and taught us. Some of them fought on the beaches and on the landing grounds. It was their hands that rebuilt Britain after the devastation of war, laying down bricks not just of stone, but of hope. Hope for a future that they believed in. But now, after years of paying into the system, they face a new Cold War. What makes it worse is that this came as a complete shock. During the recent election campaign, the Labour Party told us they would reduce energy bills across the land. But instead, during their first month, they presided over a 10% rise in the energy cap, 10%, and they've axed support for vulnerable pensioners. Time and time again, Labour members in this chamber told us that austerity was a choice. Today, this decision from Labour is a choice. The savings of £1.5 billion are minuscule in comparison to the £9 billion you have spent on public sector pay rises in the last month alone. They're minimal in comparison to the £3 billion you weren't expected to borrow but did in July. Now, we agree on this side of the chamber the government should be responsible, but targeting the most vulnerable people to save a fraction of what's being spent elsewhere is not fiscal responsibility, it's fiscal recklessness. Your decision, your choice, a political choice made by this Labour government. In these early days, Lord Mayor, they've made their priorities clear, and they don't include Coventry's pensioners. Given their dishonesty over the winter fuel payments, many are now wondering what other benefits they can expect to lose. Is a triple lock safe? Will we see a tax raid on pensions? Will they face unlimited council tax rises? In Sir Keir Starmer's Britain, all things are possible. But as we look to the future, let us carry forward the legacy of our elderly with pride. Let us honour them, not just with words, but with actions, by ensuring they live with dignity, surrounded by the love and care they so richly deserve. We should all be able to agree that our pensioners are entitled to a basic level of dignity and support. And we should all be able to back this motion, because this isn't about left and right, it's about right and wrong. A cross-party letter to government would demonstrate that there is serious concern about this policy, and an awareness campaign would encourage people in Coventry to stand up and collect what is rightfully theirs. So today, colleagues, you have your own choice to make. You can stand alongside Coventry's pensioners and people like Zara Sultana, who have called out this disgraceful decision, or you can shamelessly put your party before people. Now, I know it's always difficult to defy your own party, but I ask you to look deep into your heart and your conscience and ask yourself two questions. Is this what you campaign for? And is this what you promise your constituents? If the answer is no, then join us. Join us in calling on the government to reverse this unfair and vindictive decision.